Hello, greatest of all my Facebook friends and followers. Um, Here is a video update, video blog for the first time in about 1 week. Just want to check in. I haven't made a video at this sitting here like this since Thanksgiving of 2019, when Bagel Boss sort of dropped off the radar, and I was highly active in his chat room. And one day he sort of disappeared. I finally found him maybe 1 or 2 months ago. Someone showed a picture that he sort of went dark himself. Um, and I don't know where the link is. I eventually found it. Just search Bagel Boss Chris Morgan on YouTube and update the settings to recent videos, such as in the last month or whatever they're uploaded. He's the only person in his family who was ever active online. He went viral for the Bagel Boss ordeal. Anyway, so greetings, Uncle Pietro. I am excited, that's a Borat reference, to learn what the other thousands of words from this official news article that I found earlier. Okay, that's one quick thing. I was going to add in something into this, but when I added into the picture, it took the thumbnail away. But hello, Uncle Pietro. So what happened was, just seeing this thumbnail of that article sort of automatically generates just from having the link in this. It looks like a Facebook picture with a cover photo of some sort of looks like coupons or something like that. Uncle Pietro coupons. So I have no cover image on my Facebook for quite some time now. They can be found, and even me like making actual memes and videos of me making the memes and all this stuff, either on my YouTube or my Facebook video blogs. So I'm just trying to speed this up. This is just the first briefing of like a five-part briefing. I am trying to stop saying like that. So I'll just resituate myself. My initial impression is sort of almost like he's not saying anything, even though it's a news article. It's almost like he's saying, I have your money, and I hear you, Uncle Pietro. I have your mojo. And what's funny about that, that's what I tried to add in here. I'll get to the rest of this post in a second. I have to immediately jump to that so that people aren't startled or whatever. So this is the mojo. It's a spoof of a Joe Rogan interview with Eric Weinstein and Jim Brewer, the comedian from Saturday Night Live. So it's sort of like this spoof that could be found by searching the word Joe Rogan bully, Eric Weinstein, and Brewer, or just Brewer, Weinstein, Rogan. Those three words should pull up this video. And it's almost like, even though he's talking about science and stuff, it's almost like he's saying, in other words, he's like, I have your mojo, Joe. And that's a joke from Austin Powers, the Mojo Saga. It's like, what is the saga? All the different villains try to take, is it Dr. Evil's, mojo or whatever. He's like, I've got your mojo. So that would just be a reply to Uncle Pietro. So, I think some people have heard of Franz Ferdinand, the man known for kicking off World War I. I know it's like, whoa, like just like saying those words. Unfortunately, in the last couple of weeks, I found my uncle on that genealogy website. This picture right here is not him. He's like a dancer or something like that. So here he is right here, and I would just say that, God bless you, Uncle. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. It's just Uncle Tony. That's what Wikipedia has listed as. There's not a lot of information. The reason I'm going dark is I have to research who shot him. So here, it's like, what you see here is sort of like, if you try YouTube searching the exact term of biggest mouse you've ever seen, search that on YouTube and see how this goes here. Greetings, Uncle Tony. So and when I say we, I mean I have to start studying because it's so blacked out on the history. The history is just not there in books or anything. What happened here is the same thing that happened if you want to compare either World War I and Franz Ferdinand, or in modern times, Biggie plus Tupac. So like a Big Mac. Right here is his name, Mac, right there. So, no one has been as significant, in my opinion, at least what I know. I just have to find out who shot him. That also cost 300 lives plus his. And so I have to sort of go dark on that. I don't want to be too serious. I never would imagine in my whole life that I'd be making a video with such a statement like that. But I did have to say that. A couple of weeks ago, I reached out to the business community talking about how this is actually personal, what's going on in recent times. I could comment on all these other ones. So about online activity, I would recommend this for everyone to increase online activity such as teaching about researching, stuff like that, teaching about history, because it's more than any one person can do. Here's my comments here. I mean, I made this joke. I would definitely recommend checking out Tupac's song. This is a definite, SOS Hail Mary type thing. It's called Gangsta's Paradise, Tupac. We don't know if it was unreleased, where that showed up. One thing to keep in mind is that Fisher-Price owns all of the record company's stuff. And definitely check out the book, Your Life is Their Toy, written in the 1950s. A doctor wrote a book sort of exposing surgeons and the worshipful company of surgeon going back centuries. It's called Your Life is Their Toy. So, they play, or they don't play, rather. Uncle Luke also, we're not actually related, although we do share a surname and our genetic lineage. And whatnot means what not to talk about. I have a lot of other recent comments just included in the video blog. But the main idea was, generally speaking, the significance of people is just business. It's not really anything to be taken seriously, but in cases like Uncle Tony and stuff like that, that's beyond business into the personal area. So, like the saying goes, it's not personal, it's only business, but it's the exact reverse of that, and it's increasing the last 3 weeks. I can't explain it, it's just, I can't right now. So I'm gonna have to dig in this and learn to speak Italian, and that's gonna be difficult. The only Italian word that I know is my last name. That just happens to be the title of the book series and video. Oh, so here's some other guys. I could probably find some info here. What's up, guys? Dearly departed. I'll just reiterate about Bagel Boss. I'm going to reach out to him. He's from New York. Probably get some kind of I think he should probably get active online yet again. I'm going to go dark myself. I'm not. That doesn't mean I'm going off the radar in person or whatever. I'm not going to be more active on the streets. Gangster terminology, I know. If people want to see the proof, I think it's on my Facebook. It says, "Welcome to the fam," the familia in Italian. That video shows it towards the end of the video. And my live reaction to seeing how I'm related to him through my father's side, of course. Okay, so that's I think the third or fourth thing. Oh, so what I did was I just got down and dirty with Alexa, just using voice to text. So I can start with the end here. So I'll show how these messages go. Yeah, the first one did start with satire in GTA. Don't recommend even saying that stuff online. So I'm just going to click into each one of these. See, it started at 10:39 and it ended, and then it started here at that one at 10:20. So for 20 minutes, I sat here talking with just my antenna, whatever microphone type thing, just talking to Siri. And I think we should rename Siri and Alexa to just Sophia, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm just going to briefly scroll through these and show it's a word salad if people have heard what word salad means. This is my first time. That starts right there. That's one going to be deleted, sent into cyberspace. Just watching a video, I went to check on someone's Twitter, and I got distracted. I was like, wow, I haven't checked in on that channel in a long time. And I watched videos that I recorded last year. It's just one video. I had so many ideas. The ideas are really off the radar. I wouldn't recommend showing this to anyone, to be quite honest, spam. But there's no, words or stuff like that. There's no breaks. There's no periods or spaces or anything. It's just complete jumble. So I think I had the third one, just in case. Here's the third one again. And then I showed the fourth one now. So here's the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one. And this was 20 minutes of me just sitting there talking. So I would just recommend just pausing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still quite some to go. So I'm just scanning this stuff. That's a really long one. I don't know how long it goes or what's the maximum, so I would just end them early. So that whole thing should be there. I could dip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's one more after that. This stuff it's off the charts, off the radar type stuff. Probably the first thing when I end the video, I'm going to see what the other memo was. But yeah, I'm definitely I wouldn't say I'm going to take a break. It's hard to go from 100% to 0 to dark. Like, let's just be honest, most people are online and very active in the streets. Just outside of a house or hotel or whatever, wherever someone's staying. Staying or living or whatever. So, hide my antenna. Anyways, so what? I don't know. The simplest way that I have been acting, in person is just sort of like these 44-million-year-old birds out of a central continent name of Africa. It looks like they have eyes in the back of their head, and they just have like one sound that they make, and it's like pop 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 pop. Like for whether it be for food or whatever, how they communicate, they're just like pop pop. When they group hunt in packs for frogs in the creeks and stuff below, and all types of things. They've been around for 44 million years, and whether they be a son, daughter, father, mother, they all say pop pop, and they all look the same, and they all have eyes in their back of the head. It looks like the way their hair is. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. That's just a suggestion for everyone. And then so I think that was the last part of the briefing. So I'll go back to where I started to wrap up the second half of the most recent post I had. So here's a huge joke from the movie Walk Hard, in that one scene when, the doctor tells Dewey Cox's father about his twin brother, how, we're sorry we just couldn't sew him back together. It was a particularly bad case of someone being cut in half. And his father reacted like, he got mad at the doctor. He's like, what do you mean? Like, speak English, doc. We're just peasant people. We're not some kind of advanced, research, like medical professional. Just tell us, be straight with us. You couldn't sew them back together. So it's a complete joke. And I have, what I think the reference is. Someone left the microwave sort of cracked open, And when I bent down to look at my reflection in the microwave, it was adjusted that my feet and my legs reflection in the oven mirror or glass or whatever, it was like completely like slanted, and it looked like I'd been cut in half. It was like a magic trick. That's in one of my posts about Walk Hard. I retitled it Drive Hard, the video gaming video. Anyway, so that's a line again from the movie Bowfinger. It gets its title from Goldfinger, the James Bond series villain. And Amerigo Vespucci Land is an actual joke people used to print in newspapers in the 18th century. That's where the Americas gets its name from, this man, Amerigo Vespucci. And the suckas part is from Bowfinger, the very end of the movie. Oops, I think it's from True Romance. Alabama's character, when she does something like really bad, she's like, oops. But that's neither here nor there. I would recommend that. And IRA is any link that I post on Facebook, no matter what website it links to, when I open it, no matter what browser, whether it be Chrome or just a built-in Facebook browser, it always, like the first part of the link, it says IWAR, IWAR, and it's like, it looks like it's like that IRA but reversed. Associated Media Press, it's an official link, and there's no translator built into the Facebook browser. But this is the quote at the very bottom. You're not even half the man that the top half of Rasputin ever was. And it'd be funny to change the names around and stuff like that. Talking about, Giorgio Rasputin, something like Gregorio Rasputin, and Putin and Petrino. So the joke is that there's 8 letters in Rasputin, 7 letters in Petrino, and only 6 letters in Putin, or 5 rather. So, and this kind of reminds me of, I would just imagine how my Facebook would look if I updated it with a cover photo, like I've got your money, like I've got your mojo, as I get older. Because I have Mojo now, like M-O-E, like Mo from Three Stooges, spelled like that, and then Joe, spelled like Joe Rogan, the Mojo. And so I don't want to go all the way back to the beginning, but I will go to this link to briefly show the Facebook browser. I can either click the thumbnail there or the link itself. So this is an official Associated Media Press. And I'm also reminded of the movie The Man Who Knew Too Little. It's like a comedy version. I haven't even been past this. I'll say options and dis and why, because disavito. No acceptitudo. Come on. No. Patrine, no. Okay. Come on, man. What is this? Okay, I'm going back. And then, I hope he's doing well. I don't know what the article's about, but that would be an awesome Facebook thing. And so it's almost like I don't know what he's actually saying. They're trying to say, but he's like, I've got your buddy over here. It's like, I hear you, Uncle, whatchamacallit. And I've got your mojo, right? Like in this picture. And I'll reiterate again, search the 3 words, Brewer, Rogan, Epstein, bully. It's not required to put bullying, but just Brewer, Rogan, and Epstein. It's a spoof. They took all these different clips and put it together. It's the funniest thing. It's like the Mojo Saga from, what was that? Oh, okay. Yes, check out this Max Payne 2 The Most Savage video. That is really, it just showed up in my feed today. Definitely check out these videos. I don't know who hearted this. It was a channel owner. Apparently kept, tabs on this relatively low views video of 150,000 compared to the actual Rapper's Delight, the original, that has millions upon millions. I'm talking about 50 million. That's just an estimated. I have a few comments here that I commented on someone in the channel there. I went to Uncle Luke's channel and left this type of message. Because what he says in the song, he says, "Hi, I'm MCing to the beat," and that's what the original Rapper's Delight says. I'm rapping to the beat. Like that's his name. Like, hi, my name is rapping to the beat. Hi, I'm not rapping to the beat. Like, hi, I'm not MCing to the beat. I am, Sultan jams a lot or whatever. Here's another one, just a quick one. Sultan or Sir or Siri, Siri, right here at the top left of my avatar. Sultan sleeps a lot because Sultan works a lot, or that could be. There are a lot of different ones. I'm not going to get into them. Max Payne 2, yep, the most savage game ever, and it is. It's probably the first one that I would ever have had the ideas on. After completing the game, there's an option of having just action and no story. And it's like, how long could you do it? I could do it for hours and make a video of this. This was back in 2005. I pre-ordered this game. I saw the website online. I had just really gotten computers for the first time. They had a website and stuff. I pre-ordered Max Payne 2. I dropped out of studying for my exams and stuff like that just to play the game. I got really good at it. So I do have a PlayStation 2 now. I have the game on PC. Maybe I'll make videos. The reason I haven't been making video game videos because I wanted to show Industry Giant from 1998. It's a German game where they show you can generate your own maps, your own cities. You can have anything from huts to whatever. All the different variables. Do you want a large city? Do you want a city from the 1700s, from the 1800s? You can generate your own city to your own liking. I think GTA 6 is going to be like that. How when you see the city, it looks incredibly complicated, but it's really computer generated with different variables. Like, do you want such and such? You want it to be realistic or fun? Like realistic or fun? All these different lists of variables, and you click boom, and after a few seconds, it generates you an entire map, completely random. I think No Man's Land is a game, even though I've never played it, it's just sort of showing that off. And the thing with Industry Giant 2 is it's asking me for my CD code, and I found the case, but I don't have the code for it. And online, it's not available. So I just wanted to build like a railroad thing, like mainly like a railroad industry type thing, showing an economy. What's funny about in American English, the word economy sounds like Commonwealth, and English. That's also a really funny scene from Austin Powers. So hopefully that 5-point brief was enough. I don't know if I'm going to make video gaming videos. I'm going to keep those updated. I seem to get more views on Facebook than YouTube. I don't really self-promote. I have done that before. In my first GTA video, it's in one of my playlists. It shows the money sign on it from the case. And that video game itself has made over $1 trillion. I would say closer to $10 trillion. GTA 5, just one video game, could support 2 rounds of stimulus. This one video game called GTA 5. So that's how significant it is. And briefly, and there was another. I made some Bagel Boss videos when I thought we were never going to see him again. He was off the face of the earth. It turns out he was just in the dark or whatever. He was just radio silent, and sort of the media helped him out of the media because he had no idea what he was doing, for his sake and everyone else's. And he is still good. And I, made some blogs there. Maybe I can add those, the link to those. That was around Thanksgiving time, 2019. And I was actually sitting at this table here when I made those videos. And I haven't made anything since then because I thought he would just be gone. And I recently, after searching for all this time since he disappeared, I did find it. He is still good. We know that for sure. He just doesn't want to go back online. And so what I'm trying to suggest to everyone is to get more active online as far as trying to be sort of educational as far as research goes, because there's so much stuff out there in history, in human history and world history, that no one person can do this stuff alone. So people actually do need, there's no like self-made man type thing going on. And so that's the 5-point debriefing, and I hope that should hold people over. I didn't expect it to be a 25-minute video. I thought it might be more like 10 minutes. I definitely do have more ideas for, Black Monday, exploring London, the place where one of my ancestors is from, called Shoreditch in London. That has an interesting history, and I can explore that in a PlayStation 2 video game. And continue my career in Need for Speed Most Wanted. I'm like 29% complete with the career on that. I don't know if I'm going to continue on after, because the car that I had in the game, the Mustang, the Ford Mustang, gets its name from the P-51 airplane, long before it was just a muscle car. The character whose car I'm trying to defeat to go from 29% all the way to 100%, she has the same car. So why would I want the same car that I'm already driving in the game? So I might just pause it there. And I have the section unlocked where I have like a circuit thing going on. But in the part 2 most recent video that I made of Need for Speed Most Wanted, it's sort of like a jolting video game. It might be the most jolting in history. And it was for the PlayStation 2. I think on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, there has never been another as jolting game as this one is. I recently watched some informative videos on YouTube about what seizures and video game induced seizures are. It shows the animation of how the electricity goes from every part of the body towards the center of the body. And I don't really want to get into it. I'm not a medical expert, but it definitely makes sense when you see there's even a video of a guy live streaming and having an actual seizure as he live streams. It's not funny at all. But that game, Need for Speed Most Wanted for the PlayStation 2, the purpose of that game is to start people down toward that path. I can handle it. I'm a grown man. I know I try to act like I'm not grown. And it's funny. It's like I'm a 33-year-old man waiting for his growth spurt. That's like my character and stuff like that. And hopefully, I can transition to a more mature character like my Uncle Pietro. Over there across the pond and all this stuff. What else? I'm just trying to zip up. Who cares? Definitely check out this Max Payne 2 video at the bottom. You can search Chillroy, the channel, Max Payne 2, the most savage game ever. Definitely have to make some videos with that, showing how I can go for an hour of just action in a game with zero story. Just one place, action. It's really something. I forget what it's called. There's different modes of the game. It was called Dead Man Walking, and that's Mezzo Morto in Italian, but that's not here nor there. There was something that I had touched on like a minute ago that I can't remember what it is now. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. I don't have a good... Sent from Ameritrade, right? I can't believe I said that. From America with Love is what I mean. And that's a play on From Russia with Love. The second in the James Bond series. It might have been the first. It didn't have Goldfinger in it. That one's actually called Goldfinger. From Russia with Love might have been the first James Bond movie, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, it's the second. It was the second. Anyways, so I changed that because how to abbreviate Kingdom of Great Britain would be KGB, and so not KGB, CIA, or Italian mob. I'm just some dude, right? So I'm just a dude who's never taken an oath for anything, I went to engineering school for mechanical engineering and electrical engineering. So that makes me unlike Julius Rosenberg of the Rosenberg trial in the 50s. He was just an electrical engineer. I'm an electrical engineer and a mechanical engineer. That's like a really potent combination. So I definitely, did not have to drop out of high school to take some oath or something, so I don't want to get feed to the feds at the FDA. All right, don't ever quote me on that, but that is all for now. Hopefully I can make some video gaming videos at a point soon. After going dark and radio silent, I'm just trying to be less active online. But I do recommend that other people do get more active online. with these videos and stuff. I recommend it I don't know how many times, but this app's called Camera Live. From America.